What's up everybody, it's me, Blake316 here with a new video for you guys, and in this video we're going to be talking about, in what my opinion is, a few underrated multiplayer video games this generation that I feel either nobody really gave attention to, or you probably guys didn't even play. With that being said, the reason why I'm doing this video is a lot of people say that how this generation, as far as multiplayer games, has been very dry. In my opinion, that's kind of true. If you go back to the last generation, from the Xbox 360 as well as the PlayStation 3, there was tons of great multiplayer games, whether it was the Call of Duty franchise, the Halo franchise, Gears of War franchise, Uncharted eventually had some multiplayer games, Killzone, there was Resistance, there was a lot of multiplayer games. With that being said, in this generation, those same franchises had those multiplayer games such as Gears of War 4, Uncharted 4, but for me personally, I was kind of burnt out and I needed something new. And I think a lot of people felt the same way. There were a few new multiplayer games such as like Anthem and especially the Battle Royale craze, but still a lot of people didn't connect with those games, which is probably why they felt that this generation was dry with multiplayer video games. My opinion, I'm going to show you guys some games that you might have overlooked that you still have the opportunity to play that I think are really good. Now, the first game I want to show you guys is a game that came out back in 2017, but the community is still very active, and the Nintendo Switch is actually getting a release for this game, and it is Friday the 13th, the game. Now, this game, like I said, came out in 2017, and I play this game to this day, and it's still a very active community. Which really makes this a really good multiplayer in my opinion. Let me get into the details as far as the game. No, this isn't a first-person shooter. It's basically a survival game, whether you're Jason or you're the counselors. And if you're the counselors, basically you have to try to escape the camp and try to survive from Jason. And if you're Jason, your main task is pretty much to kill all the counselors. You're either or. And with that being said, it's a really fun game. It's really addicting. You know, if you're a counselor, you can either work together with other counselors or you can try to venture off on your own and try to survive. It really keeps you on your toes. It really keeps you on the lookout trying to escape from Jason. And if you're Jason, you feel like you're overpowered. You have like, you're just out to kill. It's a really good feeling playing this game. It's definitely good reward systems, whether you're the counselor or the Jason. Now, what makes this a really good game to this day is, like I said, the communities are really active. For example, if you go into an online lobby right now, in my opinion, this game, compared to any game that I play right now, by far has the most active people on mic. What I mean is, I go into a lobby full of 8 people, about 6 of those people are on a mic. And for me, that's what makes online gaming great. Like communicating with people all over the world. Back in the day, like Modern Warfare 2 or the first Modern Warfare, when you played those games, everyone in the lobby was on the mic. Everyone was chatting and communicating with each other. And that's one of the reasons why I think multiplayer games are dry this generation. Nobody talks on a mic anymore. But in this game, people do. I can go into a lobby, like I said, 8 people. Like more than half of the people are on a mic. It's really cool, especially if you're the counselors. You can communicate with each other, trying to work together, trying to survive. As long as you're in the same proximity, you can hear other people talking. It's really good. That's one thing I really liked. And another thing I noticed about this game, it's not a bunch of guys playing. It's not a bunch of guys just being jerks to each other. This game has a huge female community, I noticed. Sometimes in the lobbies, it'll be just me, and it'll be like 6 other females. For some reason, I don't know why. If you're a viewer, let me know. But there's definitely a lot of females playing this game. And I don't know about you guys, but instead of it always being a sausage fest, I think it's pretty cool that there's other females talking and playing this game as well. But like I said, this game I feel is really unappreciated. Yeah, the controls could feel kind of clunky. Yeah, the visuals aren't the best. But at the same time, that doesn't stop you from having a fun experience. Games don't always need to be 9 out of 10s, 10 out of 10s to be a fun game. In my opinion, this is a great game. I definitely recommend it. I know it's being released on Nintendo Switch. If you have a Switch, you can check it out. But if you have it on the PlayStation 4, or you got the Xbox One, get this version, in my opinion, because it'll be easier to communicate with people on microphones. And like I said, people are definitely hooked up to their mics playing this game, and that's what makes the game really enjoyable to me. But this is one game that I definitely feel is unappreciated and underrated this generation. Friday the 13th, the game. Now, another game that I think is really good, that I think a lot of people overlooked, and that game is Killing Floor. Now, this game is released on the PlayStation 4 as well as the Xbox One and the PC. I got the PlayStation 4 version, and Killing Floor 2, let me tell you something. This is an awesome game that I feel a lot of people have not played. For starters, it's a first-person shooter, but it's not team deathmatch. You work in groups of teams, and it's basically a horde type of game, Left 4 Dead type of game, where waves and waves of monsters and zombies, and you guys got to work together as teams to take people out and to move on to following waves. Let me tell you something. The guns in this game feel awesome. Once again, it's another game where, like, if you're working on multiplayer, people are talking on the map, talking on the mic, and you can communicate with each other. And once again, communication on mic, in my opinion, always adds value in any type of multiplayer game. It just makes the game that much better. And also, the guns feel awesome, like I said. But another thing that's really awesome about this game is the music. It's like heavy metal rock music. It reminds me of Doom 2, back when they had Metallica playing throughout the whole game. The music really gets you into this game, and it's definitely an awesome game, and I definitely feel like a lot of people definitely overlooked this game. It definitely did not get all the hype because obviously marketing and advertisements, they didn't have the money to put into it. This is one of those games that people need to hear about, definitely through word of mouth, and I definitely suggest you trying it for yourself. Doesn't matter the version you play, Xbox, PS4, PC. This is an awesome multiplayer game, especially if you do have a group of buddies online that you always play games with. I definitely recommend you and your friends trying out this game. If you don't have any friends to play with online, you can go into a random lobby. You'll be paired up with other people. And like I said, if they don't have mics, it's kind of hard because it's one of those games, once again, that you need to work together. But this is definitely, in my opinion, an underappreciated, underrated multiplayer game that you guys have to find out. Visuals are cool. Like, for me personally, there wasn't many complaints. Yeah, there's kind of some frame rate stutters where the frame rate drops down because when zombies in the gameplay get absolutely crazy, there's a bit of slowdown. But regardless, crazy action, the music gets you involved, and this is a really good game that I'm going to recommend to you guys. But like I said, I'm only going to show you guys 2 games. In my opinion, these 2 games are definitely 2 awesome games that I feel a lot of people overlooked. You know, these games don't have the budget from like EA to like promote like games like Anthem that a lot of people didn't like, or Battlefield 5 that a lot of people didn't like because they felt it was just like a new skin or whatever. These are 2 games that I definitely feel people should try out. I believe they're not expensive titles, and like I said, these are very unappreciated, underrated multiplayer games this generation. These are 2 games that I'm playing a lot, especially during the summer, kind of a dry summer period, whether it's multiplayer or just games period, except if you own a Nintendo Switch, because Nintendo Switch is dropping heat. But anyway, these are 2 great games that I definitely recommend you to play. I personally feel you won't be disappointed. If you want to check out other videos as far as gameplay, other reviews on them, maybe get some other people's opinions, but my opinion pretty much matters the most. But anyway, it's me, Blake, doing a 6 Foot Creek video for you guys. Make sure to subscribe for future videos, follow me on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, all that good stuff. Please hit that notification bell. Until next time.